Mr. Ford?
Yes.
I'm Ron.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Feel free to take a seat.
Thank you.
Can I get you a water or anything before we get started?
Do you mind?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm thirsty. Thank you.
Sure thing. Here you are.
I appreciate that.
My pleasure. Alrighty. Well, did you have any trouble getting here today?
Not really. I kind of just MapQuested it, and I knew the area pretty well, so I mean,
Okay, good.
not really.
Well, how are you?
Well, I mean, I've been better, but I mean, I guess the day's going pretty good so far. I mean, you know how it goes.
No, so tell me a little bit about what's going on right now.
Well, I mean, I kind of just got laid off from my job, and so I kind of wanted to come here and gain a little bit of a better grasp on like my finances, because I guess just to lay it all out there, but 3 kids and a couple kids, 2 of them are in college, and so I mean I've been supporting them, and that's pretty expensive. And I mean I was making good money, but I mean I don't know how much longer I can sustain.
No, Mr. Ford, would you mind if I take some notes? I'd hate to miss any important information.
No, of course, yeah, go ahead.
Sure. So you mentioned you have 3 kids, 2 of which are in college?
Right.
Okay. Alright, where did you work?
I worked at a defense contracting firm up in it's in North Texas, Allen, Texas.
Sure thing. How long were you with the firm?
I was with them for about 12 years.
About 12 years.
Yeah, so I mean it was a real blindside, and being told I might have to be let go, you know. Yeah, that's pretty rough. I've been real stressed out thinking about it all. I don't know, it's been making me sick.
I can imagine working for somewhere as long as you have, it starts to become a part of you.
Right, yeah. It's tough, let me tell you. And the fact that I have 3 kids and a wife depending on me doesn't make it any easier.
How did your wife feel about when you got laid off? Was she blindsided as well?
Actually, I haven't told her yet.
Okay.
And so, you're actually the first person I have told. This happened, I mean, less than a week ago, so I figured it's not too urgent yet, and I should tell her probably, but she gotta wait on it as long as I can. I hate delivering bad news.
Sure.
You know how that is, I'm sure.
Well, Mr. Ford, it sounds like it's quite a stressful situation for you. That means a lot for you to come here and talk about it a little bit, and hopefully we can get figured out how to present it in the most tactful way, and then look at action steps moving forward.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about your kids. How old are they? 2 are in college?
Yeah, 2 are in college. One is 19, I think he's 19. Yeah. And another one is 21. And then the one that's living at home with us right now, I don't know if I mentioned that yet. He's 22, about to turn 23.
Okay.
So I mean, he's just there hopefully till he gets a job, but I'm supporting him too. So I mean, it's been a pretty hefty financial burden.
Okay. What are their names though?
Matthew, or Matt, Ryan, and Kevin.
Matt, Ryan, and Kevin?
Yeah,
So
all
3
boys. All
Alright.
boys, yeah.
And you said the 19-year-old, 21-year-old are in college right now?
Yes.
Which ones are they?
They're Kevin and Ryan.
Kevin and Ryan?
Yes.
Alright. Is Kevin 19?
He's 21.
Okay, Kevin's
He's
21.
21.
Okay. Alright.
Sorry, I don't think I
No, it's
mentioned that
okay.
earlier.
And Matt's at home right now?
Yes, he's at home right now.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
What does Matt do?
Well, I mean, he's been studying to take certifications to become a personal trainer, but you know that's not going to make him a whole bunch of money. So, I've been trying to encourage him to go back to school, to get a master's degree or something. So we don't have to support him for very long, but he just doesn't seem interested in it. So we'll hopefully try and nudge him out the door.
He said going back to school to get his master's. Does he already have his undergrad?
He has a bachelor's. He's in health sciences though, so I mean that's not much of a degree.
Okay. How was he in college? Was he a pretty good student, or?
He had about a 3.1.
Okay.
So he wasn't a great student, but he wasn't anything fantastic. You know, he obviously could have been better. I think he's a smart guy.
Mhm.
So hopefully he can get these certifications pretty quick,
Mhm.
get it out of his system.
How about Ryan and Kevin? What are they studying right now?
Kevin's studying accounting.
Okay.
Yeah, he seems to be doing okay. And Ryan is he's pre-physical therapy. So
Okay.
hopefully they can make some money and support me if I can't find a job. You know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh,
Let's see. Ryan interested in pre-physical therapy. How's that different than what Matt was interested in?
Health sciences.
Or the
I'd say it's more specialized, kind of like more of a stepping stone to grad school
okay.
and everything. And
That makes sense.
while health sciences, I mean, was just more of a joke degree, it was a lot easier.
Mhm.
But from what my understanding of it, granted I don't have the full story, but and he's more interested in going to grad school, so I think that's also a big difference.
Mhm. You said Matt's interested in personal
Training.
Personal training.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. And you said Ryan's more interested in grad school rather than Matt, or is Matt's the one who's interested in grad
Oh,
school?
Ryan's the one who's interested in grad school.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, with Matt, do you feel like there's just no motivation as far as getting a job, or do you feel like he's just going through a little bit of a rut right now?
I feel like he wants a job, but at the same time doesn't want one, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like he's not really trying very hard, but he wants one in the future. I don't know. I feel like he's also looking in areas that he's not ever like he's applying to like work for like the Mavericks and Cowboys. He's not gonna get that, you know.
So, do you feel like he's giving you the impression that he's looking for work and isn't actually doing it?
Sometimes, but I mean, he's gone to a couple interviews, but
Okay.
I mean, they've been to like local health facilities, like fitness locations, stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Well, then do you feel like he's just not being realistic with some of the jobs,
Yes,
or?
exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly
Okay.
what I feel like.
I didn't catch your wife's name.
Oh, her name's Pamela.
Pamela. Yeah. How does Pamela feel about all this with Matt?
She's a little more understanding than I am. I'm trying to push him, you know, and she's just babying him, you know. He was the first child, so he always gets that treatment, I guess, from her. It's unfortunate, but hopefully she can come to terms with it too, and we can push them together. But I don't know. Maybe once he finds out on a job, then he'll be a little more motivated to make some income for himself.
Mhm. It sounds like you and Pamela have talked about Matt and your different views on.
Yes, we've had many an argument over it.
Sounds like a touchy situation.
Yeah,
It's hard.
absolutely is. It's caused some friction for sure, and I mean, I don't know, just anything we can do to get him out, just ease up on that burden a little bit, because I mean, 2 kids in college is tough enough. I mean, I'm sure you know, you're a finance guy, so college is expensive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pamela, what does she do?
She is actually a school teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, she makes not great money. She make about $56,000 a year. I mean, she teaches advanced classes, so she makes more than most teachers, but still not anything like what I was making at my job.
Okay.
So I mean, might sustain us for a little while, but I'm stressing about what we're gonna do in the long run.
Well, let's talk about it a little bit. Try to figure things out. Just trying to get a bigger picture of what's going on, and then we'll see what we can do for you.
Okay.
As far as the situation with Matt and how you and Pamela feel about it, if you don't mind me asking, do you feel like that conflict goes outside of just the situation with Matt? Do you feel like
Yes,
it's
Yeah, certainly. We've had some friction in other areas too.
Okay.
It's been rough. It has, like, we're kind of avoiding each other around the house now just because it's going to lead to fighting and everything. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I haven't even told her that I got laid off. Maybe we just haven't been feeling so close recently.
Okay. Okay. You said there's friction in other areas. What kind of areas?
Just just like simple things. Like
Mhm.
we'll be having like a normal conversation. I feel like we're more likely to argue now. You know what I mean? Like we'll be watching a game on TV, you know, because we like the Mavericks because we're from Dallas, and yeah, we'll just get in arguments over simple things. I don't know. It might not stem from that, but it very easily could.
Do you feel like that was more frequent, or that it started around the time that Matt moved in, or sometime after
I
that?
feel like it started by the time he moved in, because if I'm being honest and straightforward with you,
Sure.
I'm looking forward. I was looking forward to not having like just being us two. You know, the kids moving out. You know, getting on their way. I love them, but they just got to get out. You know, and so. Yeah, and then once he moved back, it was right at the same time the third one moved out. So I mean, I think she was happy to have her kid back in the house, but I don't know. I'd like to see him get out on his own.
Sure, sure. It's that can be hard to when those different views of one parent trying to still hold on to the kid, and one other trying to set them up to be independent. Well, it sounds like there's quite a bit of stress going on with these things adding up with what's going on with Matt and what happened recently with work. How do you feel now? I can feel like I can see the stress on your face.
Absolutely.
Do you think the addition to what happened with work has created more conflict between you and Pamela?
It's hard to say yet. I mean, I've kind of been avoiding her since it happened, so I feel like it will in the future, but not at the moment necessarily, because I mean, no, I haven't seen her as much like in the last few days since it happened, so I'd like to come to her with some sort of plan, you know, not just wanting to deliver bad news,
Sure.
but maybe have some sort of game plan to offset it, you know?
Sure. Well, that game plan coming to me, it sounds like you want some numbers to show her, or kind of where to go from there. Is
Absolutely. I mean, we have some money in savings, and I was just wondering if we should dip into that before I can find a job.
Okay.
I mean, I'm getting a package, like a severance package, so maybe just some sort of strategy that incorporates those that would make us a little well off, like a little, I wouldn't say well off, but not in a disastrous state, where maybe we could still pay for the kids' college, maybe they could take out a small loan.
Sure.
You know, I mean, nothing's off the table at this point for me.
Okay. Well, I'd be more than willing to help you explore those options. It sounds like the hardest part about all this right now is just presenting to Pamela what's going on. Am I correct with that, or is it?
I think, yeah, absolutely, to a certain degree that will be tough, but I mean, I'm also worried about, like, if we're gonna have enough money to pay for the other two kids' colleges and everything, because if we told them we would pay for it since they were a kid. But we might need that money now. I mean, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, sounds like it. Well, you said Ryan and Kevin there's college expenses going in there for them, right? And then you're supporting Matt right now, who's still living at home.
Right.
Okay. What other significant expenses do you have outside of that?
Well, we have a car payment, only one car payment, fortunately, and mortgage, and just like typical insurance payments, you know, stuff like that. But, I mean, outside of general living expenses, like food and everything, that's about it. I mean, college is about the equivalent of a couple more cars.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Well, let's see. To get a better idea of where to go from here as far as your finances go, I would need to have some more documents just outlining
Right.
the mortgage, the college expenses, and all the different expenses and liabilities you have, as well as some more information on your severance package. Would you be willing to schedule another meeting with me to go over that kind of stuff and have something that's presentable to
Absolutely.
a panel as well as for us?
Absolutely.
Sure. Well, for now, is that something, would you like to do that before telling Pamela about all this, or do you think it would be best to tell Pamela and then mention you exploring options with a financial advisor?
It depends on how soon we can meet, because I don't know if I can go like 3 weeks without telling her. If I mean, I know you're a busy guy, but I feel like she'd be pretty angry at me for that. I mean, but if we could meet within the next week or so, I'd
Sure.
rather like wait if it's possible.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Sure. Do you think 3 days would give you enough time to gather all those things, or is that a little bit of a rush?
No, that would be plenty. I don't have
Okay.
anything else to do, you know.
Okay, so we can actually meet 3 days at this same time if that works for you.
Absolutely.
Cool. And so there's not much we can do as far as with the financial information without having all the information in front of us. But I'll tell you what we can do is let's practice how you would go about telling Pamela. It sounds like it's a very touchy situation and that you want to be careful in the way you want to go about it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you feel if we were to do a little bit of role playing, whereas I know I'm not nearly as attractive as Pamela, but how would you feel about kind of working on what to say and practicing a little bit?
I'd be okay with that. I think I could do that.
Sure. Well, would you like to kick it off?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, listen, I have some bad news for you. I recently got laid off from my job, and I mean, I know the times are kind of tight right now as is, but the thing is, I have a marketable skill set. I think I will be able to find another job pretty quickly, and we have plenty of savings that we could dip into if we have to. And they gave me a severance package, so I'm thinking that could boost me into the next job, like cover some of those expenses. I mean,
Why did you get laid off?
just downsizing. You know, it was like I work for a defense contractor, and they're making government's been making cuts, to military spending recently, so they just let me go. I mean, they just didn't have the money for me anymore. I mean, it's tough, but it is what it is, I guess.
I mean, I guess, but we got Ryan and Kevin in college, and we got Matt. It's hard. It's gonna be hard until you get a job.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't doubt that it will be a little more difficult, but you have a steady income right now, and I have a severance package, which although it's not our full income, I'm thinking that since I do have a marketable skill set, that I will be able to find a job in the near future. Well, I mean, is there anything like that you think? I mean, I've been talking to a financial planner about like options. I mean, I was kind of I have a plan for you, like that he came up and we made together that could help bridge this gap of unemployment for me. So.
I mean, as long as it's not more expenses going out the door, or more expensive, I mean, I think we kind of need to at this point. Well, Mr. Ford, that sounds like a great start, and I'd be more than happy with you. More than happy to explore fine tuning that a little bit more once we have some of the financial information in front of us.
I can give you I can tell you the other thing I'm really the biggest reason I came here first off was I have a quick I know I didn't ask you it yet, but
Sure.
I'm just wondering if we do need to take money out of our savings. I mean, is it worth it overpaying for the kids' college? I wanted to get your thought process on that to kind of prioritize some of this. Maybe downsize the house.
Sure.
Just anything's off the table right now. I mean, anything's on the table right now.
Okay. Well, let's see. From what you said right there, what is the funding kind of like for the kids? Do they have scholarships, or are you paying for all of the college?
I'm paying for all of it.
Okay.
I know that there's a penalty associated with it, so I mean, I don't really want to pull money out of savings. So basically, I'm just interested in downsizing.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be my first option. And I realize
Downsizing the house?
yeah, and I realize we could look at that. You don't have to answer that right now, but
Sure. Well, have you considered looking into student loans for either you or the kids to take out in their name?
I haven't thought about it that much. That's a good idea.
Okay. Okay.
I'll definitely look into that.
And how much do you have in savings right now?
About 300,000.
300,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to tell you any wrong information right now, and do you think that's something that we could explore 3 days from now a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and get a draft of some different student loan options for us to look at, as well as kind of what that would look like with how much you have in savings. But just to get a good idea of where you live in Dallas.
It's just North Dallas.
Okay, North
A
Dallas.
suburb.
Okay. Is it a nicer neighborhood, or is it?
Yeah, it's high property taxes.
Okay. Okay. And how much would you say your house is worth?
About 500,000.
500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we don't have to make any quick decisions right now, but I'd love to explore that more with you 3 days from now.
Okay.
All right,
I
Mr.
appreciate
Ford.
it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your help.
Pleasure. Thank you.